Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Steph. I'm a UK mid-size content creator. I'm a size 16, I'm 5'5", and I have a little bit of a shopping problem. Now, I did one of these videos back in the summer and it worked really well, so I thought I would do it again as we're very much hitting autumn winter. And that is, I show a lot of clothes on this channel. I show a lot of new in pieces, I do a lot of hauls, etc. And I wanted to share with you what I actually keep versus what you see, if that makes sense. So this is everything that is new in my wardrobe for autumn winter. Kicking off with an outfit that I don't think you've actually seen yet unless you follow me on my Instagram or my TikTok, but I am obsessed with this. Now, full disclosure, this outfit was sent to me by French Connection. I didn't actually pay for it, but you can bet I'm keeping it because this is stunning. So this is a little satin coord, if you will. I'm obsessed with these satin trousers. I just think there's something so chic about satin trousers, especially around this time of year, because I love the fact that you can mix up this with like a different texture, especially knitwear. Obviously, it also looks good with a little matching shirt though. This is in the same material. It's like a really silky satiny material. It just feels so luxurious. It does also come with this little tie belt feature, which I've obviously done up, but I also like the fact that this is completely removable so that you can add your own belt and just, you know, create a bit of a different look with it. Now, as much as these look so good together, I think these would also look great as separates. I've already said that I think the satin trousers would work really well with knitwear, especially when we get to like festive knitwear. I just think it just adds a little something with the satin trousers. This satin shirt though, I think would also look really nice with denim. I just think chocolate brown and denim is just such an underrated combo. Now, these trousers are a little bit long in length for me, as I'm finding is that I'm incredibly short. I never knew I was this short before, but it seems that every piece of clothing that I'm buying at the moment when it comes to trousers is always just too long. I mean, I'm 5'5". Who knew that that was short? But anyway, it is. So these with trainers just are a little bit too long. I might have to get them taken up, but with heels, they look fab. Next up, we've got a pair of shoes, which if you've watched my monthly favorites, you would have seen these in. I am obsessed with these. These are so soft, and I actually think these might have been like one of my bargains of the year. So these were £26 full price from Marks and Spencer's, which in itself I just think is phenomenal value for a pair of shoes like this. I love the shape of these. I just think these are so fab, so on trend, but also really, really comfortable. And because they're a bit more of a burgundy kind of chocolatey colour, I just feel like they're quite timeless as well. Now for £26, I don't think these are leather. I think they are what they call their vegan leather, or like their fake leather essentially, but they are incredibly soft. They are really, really comfy to wear. I just love a pair of Mary Janes. I just think that they are just some of the most comfortable shoes to wear. And what I really love about Mary Janes is that as much as they look so great with trousers, they also look great with skirts and dresses as well. I wear my Mary Janes a lot with tights in autumn, winter, and I just find it just helps to elevate an outfit. And then I have another pair of shoes, or technically boots, I guess, to share with you. And again, if you saw that monthly favorites video, then you will know I've already found a pair of brown suede knee-high boots. However, those ones were a bit more of like a sock boot shape, I would say, and a little bit more floppy. These are definitely more structured. I love that these have a bit more of like a Western style to them, but it's quite subtle, so it doesn't feel super Western when you're wearing them. I also love the fact that we have this little block heel, which is actually really, really comfy to wear because I'm not a high-heeled girly. I'm very much a low-heel kind of girl. These are also from the same place that I got the other ones from. These are from Simply Be. I did have to wait about, I want to say about 4 weeks for these to come in. These were on back order, I think. And yeah, it just, the delivery just kept getting delayed and delayed and delayed. But they came in about a week and a half ago, and I've been wearing them quite a lot. I really, really like these. And I'm pretty sure these were under £50. So next up, I have 2 pairs of jeans to share with you. Both are from Abercrombie. These are the 90s loose fit jeans, I think. And anyway, I'm obsessed with these. So I actually have 2 pairs of these ones. I have these, which are like the medium wash, and then I also have a lighter pair with a frayed edge, and I wear both a lot because I just feel like these style of jeans for me go with so much in my wardrobe. I actually picked these up in the Next sale, which is why I didn't get these in a Curve Love, because I don't think Next does Abercrombie Curve Love on there, which is fine. But I did pick these up in my regular size. These are in the size 31 regular, and they were more than half price, I think, on Next. I think these were £37. So maybe they were half price, but yeah, Great value. That's why I picked them up on Next. And this top is a top that I feel like I share a lot, or a very similar style anyway. I have a lot of the fine knit jumpers from H&M, which are a little bit shorter in the sleeve. This is what they call a fine knit t-shirt. I guess because it's a little bit more t-shirt shaped, but I like the fact that the sleeves are slightly longer. I already had this in like a biscuity color that I want to say I picked up like spring summertime, but I saw that they brought this back out in cream for autumn, and it's just honestly one of the most hard wearing pieces of my wardrobe because I find tops like this just go with so much. I prefer the slightly longer length on the sleeve. I mean, it's still short sleeved, do you know what I mean? But it's a little bit longer than what the jumper version is, just because I think that this is a little bit better for me when I'm wearing these to the office and the temperature constantly fluctuates. It's just a little bit nicer. And while we're in autumn, and we don't quite yet need really thick, heavy jumpers, I find that I'm turning to these a lot. And these are honestly so affordable. I think these are under £15. They actually wash really well, which doesn't always happen when you buy something that's £15, especially knitwear. But this I find does wash really well. And yeah, I would get the whole entire colour, rainbow of colours, if they did a whole entire rainbow of colours in this, because I wear this top all the time. And then quickly before I go into showing the other pair of jeans, the other top and all of the jackets, because it's very jacket heavy today, I wanted to share this little bag. Now this, if you're a fan of the kind of like reusable totes that Anaheim March has done for basically every single supermarket in the UK, then you will recognise this bag. But you'll probably be thinking, well, what supermarket is burgundy and navy and striped? Well, the answer is none. I didn't get this from one of the supermarket collaborations. This she had on her website, and it was a 2-pack. So I have the regular size, which is currently living in my car because it's my everyday little shopping bag now. But it also came with a mini size as well. So it was like a little double pack, and I'm obsessed. I use her totes a lot. I actually have the green ones, which I think Waitrose did a couple of years ago. And I use those a lot. I really actually quite like the Waitrose reusable bags because they usually do collabs as well with Lulu Guinness. And I use those quite a lot. But I saw somebody else post about these, the fact that it was like a little double pack with the mini version and the bigger version, and I couldn't really say no. Shipping was extortionate. It came via DPD, so I think shipping was about £8 when I think the 2-pack was maybe like £24 or £26. So yeah, shipping was quite extortionate in my opinion, but really wanted to get the mini version to go with the larger version, and yeah, I'm absolutely obsessed. So moving on to coats, and we start off with this showstopper, which is honestly such a showstopper of a coat. I am obsessed. I, for clarity as well, also got sent this from French Connection. God, almost forgot who it was from then. I absolutely love this. I mean, is this not a statement coat or what? This is just stunning. I got this in the size large. I don't think I told you what size I got in the previous French Connection outfit. That was an XL top, XL bottoms, which I think a size 16 for them. This is a large, so this is a bit more of a 14. It's still quite oversized, but I quite like that. Obviously, this pattern is just phenomenal. I absolutely love this. I love this kind of like exaggerated houndstooth because it's got kind of caramel and because it's got black as well. I just feel like this is a really versatile coat because you can wear it, obviously, with like denim and cream. I think this looks great. You can also pair it with like an all black outfit. You can wear it with browns because you've got the caramel. I just think this is the coat that's going to like really work quite hard for me. And yeah, I can't wait to wear more of this as it gets a little bit more chillier. It does have, which I think is absolutely genius, it has almost like balloon style sleeves. Which I think is a bit of a design feature, which means that obviously when you're wearing a bit more of a chunky jumper, the sleeves don't get all like bundled up when you try to put on a coat. So I actually quite like that feature. I feel like more coats need to have that feature. But yeah, I just absolutely love this. I just think this is phenomenal. And now this coat is probably one that you would have remembered from my what's new in M&S video. I just love this. I did manage to get this when M&S had 20% off on the Sparks card, gosh, about a month and a half ago now. So I did save 20% on this coat. I just love this kind of barn jacket, but it's a little bit bigger than a barn jacket, I would say. It's definitely a lot thicker. It's definitely a bit warmer. I love the kind of contrast that we have here on the sleeves and on the collar as well with the brown cord detailing. Love the buttons. It's almost a little bit like a duffel coat, I think, which I just really love. But obviously it's not too Paddington Bear-like, which is who I think of when I think of duffel coats. Love the khaki. I just think this is one of those coats that it is quite classic. It is quite timeless. Obviously, it's very much a trend at the moment, but I do feel like I would get quite a lot of wear out of this in the coming years as well. It does feel like one that you could just put in your wardrobe and get back out again. I got this in a size 14. It's £90. As I said, I did manage to get it when it was 20% off. Definitely worth having a look on M&S to see if they have any other offers on the Sparks card, because who doesn't love to save a little bit of money? I also really like the shape of this one. I like the fact that it essentially covers the bum, so it's just a little bit longer. Some of my barn jackets are a bit more kind of like of the cropped variety, which is fine, but I just think this is a little bit more practical. So these were the second pair of jeans that I wanted to share, also from Abercrombie. These are the high-rise wide leg jeans in, I think, the darkest colour that they come in other than black. This is very much a dark denim, but I have been wearing these non-stop. I love the fact that we have the side pocket here. I actually find that quite flattering on. I also just really like the colour. I really like the fact that these are a bit more wide leg. I personally love a wide leg jean. So yeah, I'm very much obsessed with these. So I actually managed to get these when there was a sale on. If you are a member of the website, which is completely free to be, by the way, it's just like a little loyalty scheme that you sign up for. Essentially, you sometimes get exclusive discounts. So they quite often do 10% off, 15% off, 20% off, 25% off for members. And that's when I tend to shop for the jeans, because as we all know, I like to save a little bit of money where I can. This knitted cardigan is also from Abercrombie, and it was also picked up in the sale. I think this was actually under £30. It's such a nice quality piece of knitwear. It's quite a heavy knit, so although it is short sleeved, because it's a heavier knit, it's perfect to wear at this time of year. I actually think that this looks really great paired with like jeans for a little bit more of a casual look, but I've also worn this to the office with a bit more smarter kind of brown wide leg trousers. I love the fact that this is a little bit more versatile, the fact that I can wear this to work, and then I can also wear this on the weekends as well. And I think we all know that I'm absolutely obsessed with like a biscuit colour, so this is just like the perfect colour for me. Now the last two items are very similar items. They are both trench coats. They're quite similar in style, but not in colour. So the first one is this khaki one that I got from Next. I did pick this up about a month ago, maybe 6 weeks ago now. I absolutely loved this as soon as I saw it. It is very much giving Suzanne vibes. So I think Suzanne did a trench like this last year with the rolled up sleeve, which had the gingham in there. It's also got a bit of a contrast collar. We've got the navy up here. And the Suzanne one, I think, is like £250, maybe up to £300. Like, it's an investment piece, right? That is a trench coat that if you're buying, you're keeping for a very, very long time. This one from Next was £85, I want to say, and I think it's just as good. The one thing I would say about this is quite oversized. So I'm usually a size 14 to 16. My top half is a little bit smaller than my bottom half. I'm definitely a 16 on the bottom, but my top half is probably more of a 14 now. This coat I had to pick it up in a size 10. Because I got the size 12 thinking, oh, if it's going to be oversized, I'll go down one size. The 12 was huge. So I've ended up with a size 10. That shows you how oversized this coat is, because I'm not a 10 in anything. And actually, but I think the 10 fits me really well. But yeah, I'm very shocked at how oversized this is. I definitely wouldn't want it any bigger. Maybe a smidgen smaller, but the 8 I think just would have been absolutely ridiculous, and it probably would have been tight elsewhere. So yeah, this is very much an oversized look. But I love this. I'm obsessed. And I love khaki, and I love khaki and navy, and I love the little gingham. And then this is the final trench coat, which you can see why I think this is quite similar. It obviously is a completely different colour. This is burgundy. The other one was obviously khaki. But we do have a bit of a coord contrast on the collar. This is brown. We have the gingham on the inside lining. We don't have it rolled up on the sleeves. So there are some differences between the two. This is also from La Redoux, and for transparency, I did get sent this, but I probably would have bought this anyway because I love this. Now, I am a big trench coat fan when it comes to autumn winter. I'm also a big fan of like an oversized trench coat, and I love burgundy anyway. I don't actually have, I think I've only got one other burgundy coat, which I wore a lot last year, which is a bit more of a bigger wool coat, which had a faux fur kind of collar thing on it. But trench coat wise, I usually just stick to beige, black, navy. This year, obviously I branched out into khaki, and I'm very happy to have branched out into burgundy as well. I don't think this one has maybe as much shape as the khaki one, probably because the khaki one's a little bit smaller. This, I think I picked up in the size large from La Redoute, and I probably could have got away with a medium in all honesty, but once they sent it to me, I couldn't really return it. So we're making do. It's absolutely fine. But this definitely is more, I would say, of like an oversized fit. It's also maybe a bit more of like a waterproof, probably not waterproof, maybe showerproof material. So probably more of a traditional kind of trench coat material, I would say. I do like the fact that on the sleeves we have 2 buttons, so you can tighten this up a little bit more on the sleeve if you need to. I quite like that. It does obviously have pockets. These are a little bit low down for me, but again, probably just because this is quite oversized. But the burgundy, I just think is such a classic colour. And obviously it was a big colour last year, and it's still a big colour this year as well. So that has been what is new in my wardrobe for autumn winter. I hope you've all enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments what your favourite item has been. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel and all that good stuff. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.